You don't get to this age by being weak. You've buried dreams, lost people, watched the world move on without asking if you were ready. And yet, you're still standing. This is not the part where you fade. This is the part where you rise. You've already survived the storm, now you become it. You've been silent too long, shrinking for peace. But peace never came. Now, you make a decision, not to be loud, not to be angry, but to refuse defeat. The world has thrown its worst, and here you are, unbroken, unbent, unfinished. And this is where your real story begins. There was a moment, quiet, forgettable to everyone else, when you almost gave up. Maybe it was after a loss, a betrayal, or just another morning of staring at the ceiling, wondering if you mattered anymore. But something in you refused. Not because it was easy, because your soul remembered something your mind forgot. You are not born to disappear. You are not a shadow. You are not too late. You are a fire buried in ash. And fires always remember how to burn. Let them think you're done. Let them whisper you're tired. Because what they'll never see coming is what's about to wake up inside of you. And it starts today. Picture an old oak tree in winter. The leaves are gone. The wind cuts deep. To the untrained eye, it looks dead. But deep in the roots, life waits. That's you. You're not past your prime. You're in your season of stillness, preparing to rise again. The world measures worth in speed, youth, and noise. But you've learned real strength whispers. It doesn't beg to be seen. You are that tree. Weathered, yes, but rooted. Older, and finally wise enough to know what truly matters. So when people say, "You're slowing down," smile. Because you're not slowing down, you're aiming. And when you release, you'll shake the earth. There's a weight you've carried silently. Decades of sacrifice, regret, self-doubt. You've smiled through pain. You've clapped for others while your own dreams withered. But now you must ask, what about you? You've spent a lifetime making others feel seen. Now it's your turn to be visible, to walk into rooms not as a guest, but as a force. You don't need validation. You need reclamation of your voice, of your purpose, of your fire. You're not too much. You are just never in the right place to be fully received. Until now. Let them adjust to your power. Because the version of you rising now will not apologize for existing. Look at your scars, every one of them, not as reminders of pain, but as proof of survival. You didn't just live through it, you outlasted it. The betrayal, the illness, the failure. You've buried loved ones and versions of yourself no one ever knew existed. And yet, you keep showing up. Not out of habit, out of choice. Because somewhere in you, there's a warrior with no armor left, but still walking forward. People talk about youth like it's power, but wisdom is lightning in slow motion. And now, it's your turn to strike. This life owes you nothing, but you owe yourself everything. So take one more breath, and take what's yours. There's a fire that lives only in those who have lost and chosen to love life anyway. That fire is in you. It doesn't roar. It glows steady, unshakable. That's not youth. That's not luck. That's earned. You've watched seasons change. Friends vanish, dreams evolve, and each time you adapted. Not because you had to, but because you are life in motion. You don't fear change anymore. You've become it. This is not your sunset. This is your second dawn, where everything slows just enough for you to notice the beauty again. The way laughter returns, the way purpose whispers, and the way your own name finally feels like home. Welcome back. You were never lost. Just waiting. People will try to define you by your past, by who you were or what you didn't do. But the most dangerous person in any room is the one who has nothing left to prove and everything left to feel. That's you. You don't need permission anymore. You need vision. Not of what you missed, but of what's still possible. You're a blank page, with the pen finally in your hand. Let the ink run wild. Write love letters to yourself. Begin again, not as someone new, but as the truest version of who you've always been. Because this world doesn't need a copy of your past. It needs the fire of your future. And it's time to light the match. Remember the times they underestimated you. They saw wrinkles, not wisdom. They saw silence, not strategy. They saw stillness, not strength. They were wrong. You've watched tides shift, storms pass, and walls collapse. And every time, you found a way to rise from the rubble. You are not here by accident. You are here because you refused to break when everything told you to shatter. This world will try to put you in a quiet corner. Let them try. You were not made to shrink. You were made to expand beyond their limits. So let the doubters talk. While you build, while you climb, while you soar. Because this is your era, and it will echo. You've walked through the fire. But here's the truth they never tell you. The fire becomes you. You don't come out the same. You come out forged, sharper, stronger, ready. They'll wonder how you smile now, after all you've endured. It's simple, because pain taught you depth, and depth gives birth to beauty. You've stopped chasing approval. You're chasing peace. You're not here to win arguments. You're here to win yourself back. And piece by piece, you are. This isn't about revenge. This is about resurrection, the kind that's quiet, sacred, unstoppable. So don't just rise, ascend. Because the only thing more powerful than your past is the fire still burning inside your future. You've made it to this moment for a reason, not just to survive, but to lead. Lead yourself out of doubt. Lead others out of fear. Lead the world by simply standing tall. Your story isn't over. It's just getting louder. The world is desperate for people like you, not perfect, but real, not loud, but alive. So now, stand, speak, move, live like you've already won, because every step forward from here is a victory. No more hiding, no more shrinking. This is your call to rise. So rise now, or regret it forever.